Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Haze and this is the Procreate Basic series. Today is episode 23. It's been such a journey because tomorrow is the last episode. So if you have not watched the rest of the episodes, please do so. And today we'll be learning all about special brushes. So what is special brushes? Special brushes are actually something that I call my brushes if I apply blending modes to them. So if I apply blending mode to them, they will behave differently. And today we will talk about the saturation brush, the burn brush, the dodge brush, and also how to create your own special brush. So all the brushes that I mentioned, you can download them from my website to see how they work. But don't worry if you do not have them, you can still see this tutorial to see how they behave. So before I get started, remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And now let's begin. So today we're going to learn about 3 brushes where I call them special. So these 3 brushes are the saturation, burn, and dodge brush. So why do I call them special? If you tap on the brush and see under rendering, the blend mode is set to color instead of normal. Normal is the usual normal mode of painting, but this is parked under color. So as we have learned before under blending mode, if the layer is set to color blending mode, you will only change the color and the saturation without changing the values. So essentially this is a coloring brush. For the burn brush, you can see it's parked under multiply, which means this is a shadow brush. It will keep on adding shadows to your painting. And the dodge brush is parked under add. So this is a highlights brush. This will keep on adding highlights to your painting. So you can use these 3 brushes to quickly build up your portrait this way. So let's try the saturation brush. So when I have my saturation brush selected and I paint on it, you can see that it's changing everything except for the value. The hue and the saturation changes. So let's get back to my easy skin tone palette and drop some grays into the eyes to complete the painting. And some blues, and then we always want pinks because pinks will always give blood and vitality to the face. And then you can see how quickly I've just finished the painting, and I can also complete the hair and drop in a hair color here, complete the painting. And there we go, it's like really quick and easy. So now we're gonna look at the next brush, which is called the burn brush. So the burn brush is a shadow brush, so we don't want to have a very dark color when we're working with this, because this will immediately give you black. So even though it's so light, it's gonna be really dark when you put it on. So you want to work with very light colors. You can use the light colors in the easy skin tone palette, or you can use the tints for shadows. These are all very light colors that will show up very nicely when you are doing portraits. Bear in mind that any color that you pick, it will get warmer when you're using this brush here, because multiply blending mode always makes things very warm. So now we can see that we have already added a shadow to her face. We can also go funky and change some colors, but remember that the more you paint with this brush, the darker it's gonna get. It's not gonna get any lighter. If you want it to get lighter, you need to get out of this brush. To get highlights instead, we can use the dodge brush, which is parked under add. And for this brush, you can use tints for highlights or use some of the darker tones here, because if you use just straight white, you're going to blow up the painting again and it gets overexposed. So you need to use very dark colors in order to gradually add more highlights to your painting. And bear in mind that even though I'm using a red brown here, it shows up yellow because the color gets colder in this mode. So if you go to tints for highlights, I already have the tints picked out for you, and you can easily just add highlights in your painting without blowing your painting up. And this about covers the entire tutorial. And if you have been paying attention all this while, you will realize that you have learned how to create a special brush. So let's see here, we have these 3 brushes with soft edges, so which means that the edges are all blurry here, and sometimes we want to have a hard edge when we are doing coloring or adding shadows or highlights. So in this case, you can just change it. So I can just tap on my sketch brush, and then I'm gonna head to rendering, and then we see here is normal, which means this is a normal brush. So I'm gonna change it to multiply, and then now I have a shadow brush that I can add shadows. So I can add even more shadows here now to balance out, because this part is so dark, right? And I can just constantly change this mode here to work on my painting. And if I see something that I like, I will just smudge it out and soften it out. So this is how you can modify brushes here to suit your needs and create a special brush of your own.
Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. Tomorrow is the last episode. I'm so emotional. I hope you guys have been learning a lot so far. And tomorrow we'll be learning all about drawing guides and grids. So it's the last episode. Remember to check that out. And if you have any suggestions about the type of content that I can create for this series, don't forget you can just drop them into the comment section below. And I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!